Take a deep breath in, out. Close your eyes and relax. The corn is high in the fields, waiting to be cut down. Laborers are sharpening their scythes, gleaming crescents of silver honed to perfection, in preparation for the awesome task at hand. Summer days are growing shorter. The sunsets seem more brilliant. You want to follow the ebbing rays of light as the horizon claims them. You leave the fields. It is too late for working. The day is done, and the night begins to hover, descending upon you through the heavy, humid air. You enter the forest and follow a narrow, winding trail. You wend your way around trees, fallen branches cracking under your feet. A few leaves have already started to fall. The once green foliage of summer is starting to fade ever so slightly. You begin to notice pale yellows as the dense greens fade. You feel the approach of autumn in the twilight. The dusk seems cooler now than it did just days before. Onward you walk, hearing the creatures of the night begin to awaken. You hear footsteps other than your own, and you know that company you keep is with the deer, the raccoon, and the possums. You walk deeper into the forest until the tree line begins to grow sparse. The sky is visible, and you see that the last rays of light are leaving the sky. The path widens and changes from soil to sand. You emerge from the dark woods to find yourself on a sandy shore. Several feet away from the trees is the water's edge. You watch as the sun drops into the water, then disappears. The remaining light dances upon the surface of the water, shimmering and undulating with the waves as they lap the shore. Before you is a small wooden boat, beached on the sand. You are compelled to follow the sun, as if by pursuing the dying rays you can prolong the summer just a little bit longer. You crouch down, grabbing the boat on either side of the bow, and begin to run it into the water. The water is sharp and cold as it splashes around your knees. You push off the sandy bottom and jump into the boat. You have no sail, no oars, just a strong intention of your heading. The water is glassy, save for the ripples of the waves. You glide across the surface, buoyed by the waves and guided by the wind. You have cast yourself upon the mercy of the elements, and they welcome you gently. You pick up speed and feel the wind in your hair. The air tastes of salt. You hear the cry of a bird overhead as the last gull leaves the sky. Around you a fine mist begins to gather. It surrounds and impedes your vision. You begin to feel afraid. The light that you craved so dearly has left you. You begin to question your journey. What started as a delightful impulse now seems scary. You are alone and adrift on an open sea with no power to move by your own wishes. The mist has gotten so thick that you can scarcely see the bow of the boat. You cannot turn back. You are being pulled along in a journey that you initiated, but that now seems overwhelming with no light to guide you, and no end in sight. only a thick fog which is of no comfort at all. You sail along blindly, moving through great clouds, and suddenly you realize that instead of regretting your choice, which you can't do anything about now, you should instead start to ponder your present circumstance. Is anything hurting you? Actually, no. If anything has indeed happened to you, it has been minor. The source of your discomfort is only that you are right in the middle of the unknown. You left what familiar. You made a conscious decision, albeit spontaneous, to leave solid ground behind in order to aspire to something intangible. Whatever your reasons for taking this journey, your sense of adventure has been summoned. The only thing keeping you from enjoying it is your own fear. As soon as you realize this, you smile. And as soon as you smile, the mists begin to part. It is as if the bow of the boat is slicing through the fog, dispelling it as you go. But there is something more at work here. You have stopped. The mists rise, and you see that you have run aground. You plunge feet first into the water. The dissipating mist swirls around you, and you notice that it was neither you nor your vessel that parted the mist. They are disappearing under the light of the sun. How can this be? Is it possible that you chased a sunbeam clear to the other side of the world? You can see all the way down to your feet through the clear water. Around your ankles are fantastic aquatic creatures, the likes of which you have never seen. Fish of unimaginable colors dart about. Languid seahorses propel themselves through the flourishing water plants. You step ashore and notice right away this is no ordinary place. The subtle changes that you notice in the forest are not present here. The trees are thick with leaves and heavy with fruit. Glistening red apples hang on every silver branch, ripe and large with colors so saturated they appear like gemstones. Flowers are strewn about. They cover the land with gentle pastels, fiery fuchsias, and shades of blue that rival the sea. You look up to the sky. The blazing sun holds its place in the sky, a sky alive with color. You follow the arc of a brilliant rainbow across the sky, and you realize that you are on an island. On this enchanted atoll there is no need for work or toil. The harvest is already gathered, but the fields are still teeming with life. You contemplate an ear of corn, so bright and yellow it seems like the light of the sun itself is glowing from within the ripened kernels. You realize that the grain gathered at the harvest holds the promise for next year's crops. And in that instance, you realize where you are. You have found the land of all beginnings, the Isle of Apples. You have heard it called by many names, High Brazil, Tirananog, and you can scarcely believe you are here. Its beauty surpasses you, even your most incredible imaginings. It is as if you are living inside of a lucid dream. You feel so at peace. so very far beyond the grip of fear that plagued you on your journey. And you relax with the deep understanding that only by overcoming your fear was your passage granted. You walk across the vibrant land and curl up under a silver tree, the sunlight kissing your face. You close your eyes and take a deep breath. You decide to stay a while. A land of eternal youth and peace is your home. Think upon what was your greatest fear as you rode in the boat. Slowly, feel your body coming back. Open your eyes and take 3 cleansing breaths. In and out. In, out. In,